Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here, now live. Just got back from the walk. I always do these when I get back after the 10-mile walk around the neighborhood and everything. I didn't do any last weekend. I'm sorry there was I had no live shows last weekend because I was away in Texas doing the movie Crave Roots of Evil, so I was doing that. I do have some videos though that will be going up, probably one sometime like on tomorrow Saturday, and then maybe one Monday. I went to two different family video locations. So I went to one of them that was open, and in Texas though, I was in the Dallas area, and a lot of them were out of business or closed or getting ready to close. So I went to one family video. I went to one that's a closing down one. I went the day before it closed, so there was pretty much very little left. So I did a video in the closing down one, and then I have a video going to the headquarters locations of Half Price Books. So I have three different videos. So those will be up in the next couple, in the next week or so. So I'll probably put up like two this week, probably one next week, because next weekend I won't have any live shows because I go to shoot the other stuff for the other scenes for Alien Vampire Busters. And I also wanted to mention too on here about the one movie, and I put the link below to it, and you guys will see the thumbnail for this video as the poster for the movie called Blood Beast, and that's one that I'm really excited about. The Indiegogo just launched for that one today. It launched at at 12 p.m. today, and it's already in less than 24 hours. So it's only been not even 12 hours. It got already almost $9,000 to the project, which is really cool. And that one too is one right now though. If you guys want to pre-order the Blu-ray, it has a day one only thing. So definitely check out the link for that, guys. And that will expire tomorrow, at some point tomorrow. It's like a day one perk where you can own the Blu-ray, today only for $25 as opposed to $39.99 is like the regular price it's going to be on there. So like I said, if you guys want to get the Blood Beast DVD, it's a day one only perk. But this one is going to be really cool. It has Lou Temple is going to be in the film. Lou Temple was in The Devil's Rejects. He's also in The Walking Dead. Dave Sheridan, who's I always think of him. He's also in The Devil's Rejects, but I always think of him from Scary Movie playing Officer Doofy. Like I've been a fan of him forever. He's in the Haunted House films, lots and lots of stuff. He's in the movie as well as Felissa Rose, of course, from Sleepaway Camp. What's cool, too, is Marion Mosley, who's Bill Mosley's daughter. She's going to be acting in the film. So it's going to be a really cool cast. Mike Ferguson's in the movie. Alan Maxon is in the movie. So really cool cast. Like I said, it's a day one only perk for that one. So if you guys want to pre-order that one early, definitely do that before the price goes up on that. And there's also perks in there, too, like you can act with Lou Temple in a scene. You can act in a scene with Dave Sheridan. I think they're going to add a perk too to be in a scene with me. I think that's going to go up on Tuesday, I think, that particular perk. And also too, there's only like a couple minutes left for a Christmas slasher. If anybody still wanted to donate to that one too, let me see how many. I think there's only I have the link below for that as well. I think there's literally only 20 minutes left or something on that. Let me check and see. Is it like an hour? Or only a few minutes, it may only be like 10 minutes. No, 1 hour left. So if anyone last minute wanted to pre-order that particular one on DVD, I think there's still some yeah, there's only 2 DVD perks left for that one. If any of you guys wanted to get the Christmas slasher, that's the one that stars Nicholas Brendan from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I just wanted to make sure to talk about those ones. But Blood Beast should be really cool. Matt Leal is the director of that one, and so definitely check that one out. Like I said, it should be a really cool one, and definitely if you guys want to get the Blu-ray, get that while it's on sale right now for the day one only perk. So let's see now. We'll start going through the questions and everything. And if any of you guys have any super chat questions, feel free to ask anything you guys would like. And like I said, super chats are a big help to the channel and the video, so I really appreciate them. So thanks again for the help with those and stuff like that in the live streams. Congrats on the new movie role, all the roles you've been getting. Well, thanks so much. Like I said, I've been really working at it on stuff. And there's one that should, I never talk about anything until I sign, like deal memos or anything like that. But there is one up with a group of people that I've wanted to work with for a long time. So that one should be coming up. There's another one. Should be a pretty cool one. I just talked to the director about that one a little bit today. Did you ever watch Nickelodeon's show Ned's Declassified? I never really watched that particular one. I don't know why. I never really saw that. What are your thoughts on Harriet the Spy? Yeah, I love that movie. That I remember seeing that movie in theaters, so I always was a fan of that movie. Sean, when's your big? Your Sean, you're a big inspiration, and you look like $1 million, and you're an actor. Well, thanks so much. When is the drive-through coming back? I don't know. At some point, I almost did one this Tuesday, but then I was like, I don't know. I didn't really feel like doing it because I'm not really going to as many places. The only place that I don't really go to that many. A lot of times, like Pan Express now, I go inside because the one location does a little bit better. So I don't know if if I'll really. I'm sure at some point though, and I see a let's see, where was I now? I saw a super chat come in. Let's see, I see a $5 super chat here from R.Y. Ryan. Thanks so much, R.Y. Ryan, for the $5 super chat. Like I said, guys, thanks again for the super chats. I really appreciate them. I'm sure you've covered it, but thoughts on digging up the Murrow? Had shadows of some Nightbreed-esque characters. Cheers, bud. Yeah, digging up the Murrow. Wasn't that Adam Green? Yeah, Adam Green directed that one. It was done like found footage style. I thought that was actually pretty cool. I remember Ray Weiss was in the movie, like playing like a wasn't I think they like he was the guy who was like telling them about the stuff that was going on in the woods, and he was like a really weird, sort of strange guy. But I remember actually really liking that one. I think I only saw it once though when it first released, but it's one I definitely need to go back and watch again. But I do remember really liking that one a lot though. Yeah, Nightbreed though is a really great one movie that's like sort of underrated. You don't hear about it as much as you should, and that's a great movie. Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween to everyone else as well. Any of you guys doing anything particular for Halloween? I'm like doing nothing really. There's not really anything going on. And you can't trick or treat, so the neighborhoods are going to be real like sparse. I'm sure there's going to be some people that are still going to do it even though they're not supposed to, but I doubt anyone's going to answer the door. Man, it feels like it's been forever. How have you been? Yeah, like I said, I didn't do one last weekend because I was away on the shoot and all that kind of stuff. Can you sing the Monster Mash? Every time I think of that song, I think of the My Pet Monster. Do you believe that people were born on Halloween are cursed? I don't think so. You came to Texas again? Dang man. No, yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and I've been in Texas now since this summer. I've been there 3 different times. I was what first was for Strix, then I went for Butcher's Bluff, and then I went back for Crave, and I'll be in Texas again for the Christmas slasher one sometime. I think that's like the end of February, the beginning of March. So Texas is like the area I've been to a lot. Um, Play Friday the 13th game live. I don't have like the PlayStation Live. You know what I mean? And so I don't. I never really have done that though. Halloween Kills is going to be lit. No, I can't wait to see it though. The videos are not the same without drive-through. Either please put the drive-through back or show us what you eat like you used to. Say Barbies. Sometime, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't particularly like doing the drive-through. I honestly did the drive-through because I like to show what I got from my dog, Lulu. That was the only reason I did them. And with Lulu's passed away, I don't really have as much inspiration to do that. Did you see Halloween Kills teaser? I haven't looked at the new one yet. I need to watch that. Have you heard of Willy's Wonderland? Yeah, I know Adam Rifkin. I didn't even know Adam Rifkin is one of the producers on that. It was a friend of mine, Adam Rifkin, who directed Detroit Rock City. I didn't know he was producing that. So I definitely cannot wait to see that. Halloween Kills is hype. Do you think The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead will spike? I don't know. I'm sure once they're gone and they're because I know they're getting ready to be done, all those series. I'm sure once they're gone, people are going to start to miss them, and then I could imagine them doing like a movie, kind of like they did with Breaking Bad, like kind of coming back after being maybe like after it's gone for a couple years, 2 years or so, they might come back with like a movie or a theatrical movie, or I don't know. I could see something like that. Thoughts on The Gallows? I like The Gallows. I actually kind of like The Gallows 2 a little bit better, even though a lot of people didn't like it too much. I kind of liked it. We had a hurricane. Our power is out for 2 full days. It sucks bad. Yeah. When every time the power's out, it always sucks. 'Cause it's like you just sort of sit around and you can't do anything, and you just sort of like it's really bad. Like so I believe me. I'm sorry you had to deal with that, especially during a hurricane and then no power or anything. Do you have the new Friday the 13th box set? No, I do. I ordered that one, so I have that collection. Hello, Sean Scott from California saying hello. Well, thanks so much for watching, Scott. Sean fact, I was born on Halloween, but I didn't come till a week later. What do you think of the new teaser for Halloween Kills? I still have to watch that one. Thoughts on Idle Hands? I remember loving that one. That was the first movie too when I remember like really getting like a big thing for Jessica Alba. Like I remember that was the first. I think that was one of the first things at least remember seeing her in. I know she was in Camp Nowhere, which she was only in that for a real small part, but I remember like that was when I really started noticing her. I recently bought the Omen Blu-ray from Shout Factory from Walmart. Thoughts on the films? No, those are great movies. I know I saw those are on sale. I don't think I've seen them in my store because I almost would probably buy it if it was cheap. But no, I haven't seen that particular set in person though. But I know that they're having that set and then the Fly set. At least I've seen pictures of. Just watched Night of the Creeps, the original Night of the Demons, and Body Bags for the first time. I really enjoyed those movies. Yeah, those are all great films, especially Body Bags. Like that's like a great anthology film. Thoughts on the Resident Evil series? I love all those movies. Panda is so good. Yeah, no, I've never had any bad problems with Panda Express. It's cool, man. Glad to see you be in more movies. Who cares if they're not the best movies? You're living your dream. People just need to be negative, like to be negative nowadays. No, I think it's like they all kind of range. They're all different range of budgets and all that kind of stuff. And like I'm happy. I love doing the indie horror stuff. It's basically I'm just acting stuff that that I watch. You know what I mean? Like the kind of stuff that I like. And I've been lucky. Like during this whole lockdown time and everything, I've done more than I have in like 4 years. You know what I mean? So I've gotten really lucky. You know what I mean? And because I basically I kind of think that when you put your mind to something, you can do it, and that's kind of the way I think. I kind of like after I did the movie for Full Moon, I kind of thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna get back into this acting again. I'm gonna really go full force with it. I'm gonna start auditioning now. I'm doing stuff that I really wasn't doing, and now I'm doing kind of all that stuff, which I wasn't doing a lot of. Congrats on all the movie roles. It's cool to see a guy like you get to do what you love. With like I said, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of it because of you guys too. You guys are very supportive, and I appreciate that. Like I said, when I promote like the Indiegogo for the movies, and you guys pre-order the movies and get the copies and all that stuff, like all that stuff, I appreciate that so much. You know what I mean? Like and all the stuff isn't going to me. Anytime you guys are pre-ordering these things, it's just going to make the film. Do you know what I mean? Like so that's how all the Indiegogo kind of stuff works. Um, Thoughts on Dead Ringers? That's a great movie. I always like movies too that deal with like clinical, weird kind of doctory kind of stuff like that. Did you ever watch the show Baskets with Louis Anderson and Zach Galifianakis? I've only ever seen an episode or two. I never really watched that. I should though. I've been watching though Schitt's Creek lately. I watched a couple of them on the plane, and now I've been watching through them. I'm watching like one or two of them a night on Netflix, and I know there's going to be like a box set too. I think it's only going to be like $40 something with the whole series, so I'm probably going to get that if I don't get one to review for that. But I can't. I love that show. Like that. I remember hearing people talking about it, but I never watched it when it was brand new, and that's what I've been watching a lot of lately. Um, Ray Weiss is so good. Yeah, Ray Weiss, I've always been a fan of him. Have you seen Hubby Halloween? I did. I think I talked about that in one of the Tuesday videos. I thought that was cool though. How's MJ doing? I don't know. I really don't know. Sing the Silver Shamrock song. Yeah, it's like, one more day till Halloween, that one. I found all the current for $111 on both seasons as of now. Going to jump on it, but finished. Are they going to do movies? What movie are you talking about? You mean the Creep Show series? Is that what you mean? I believe a friend who was born on Halloween, his birthday is tomorrow. I have a friend. Oh, that's cool. Remember to see all the good stuff. Thoughts on Naked Lunch? Yeah, Naked Lunch is kind of like a weird one that I didn't love too much when I first saw it. I only saw it once, so I need to go back and look at it again. All you need is PS4, Jason game, and Wi-Fi, and you're live. That simple. I think some of them though. I think you need to have like a subscription. They make you kind of have like a subscription to like PlayStation Live Network and stuff. And I'm kind of weird now about buying game systems anymore because like I bought the Wii, I got the Wii Lite thing, and then it broke. It did that weird business when it won't turn back on. That did to a lot of people. So I can't do anything with it. Eventually, if there would have been Black Friday, I would have probably bought the Wii system, just the real system, so I could play it on the TV. But since it's not going to be doing that, you know what I mean, this year. When you do an upgrade to DVD bliss, do you make a homemade Blu-ray combo pack? I do that actually a lot. A lot of times, like I used to like back in the day, if a movie came to Blu-ray, I would get rid of the DVD and sell it. But now I've realized that so often it has like like features that are on the DVD that are not on the Blu-rays. Sometimes it's like a documentary, or sometimes it's a commentary or an interview or whatever. So like now I do that. Like sometimes if I have a double case or one of the ones that has two, I put them in there together because I don't nowadays I don't like getting rid of the discs because I've realized I regretted doing that for a lot of early stuff. I bought the Pumpkinhead Scream Factory Steelbook at Best Buy, a very underrated horror movie in my opinion. Yeah, that's a movie I need to look back at again because for some reason like it was one of those movies I've watched it or tried to look at it throughout the years and then I couldn't get into it and I don't know why. Chucky series might be secretly filming. I wouldn't doubt it. A lot like right now, a lot of stuff is filming, and a lot of stuff too is kind of filming quick now because they're kind of worried about if there's another bad wave of things and then things have to shut down again and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So that's the especially LA because the mayor here and the governor here are everything very strict, like, you know, with all that kind of stuff. So I think that they're being very cautious. Thoughts on the Basket Case series? Those are great movies. I thought they were kind of cooler as they went along because I thought they kind of got like crazier with the goofy kindness of them. Where do you see yourself in 40 years? Well, hopefully alive. You know what I mean? Like kind of an old man by then, 40, 50, 60, 70, like 75-year-old man. You know what I mean? Did you see Just Before Dawn is coming to Blu-ray in January? It's being released by Code Red. Yeah, I have a lot of editions of that because like I think like a one from like Germany or something, or Italian release, and then I have the original Blu-ray. So I don't think I'm gonna buy it again because I've had so many editions of that throughout the years. What is the best superhero movie of all time? I really like the Tim Burton Batman movies. I think Shouts to Scream Factory should make a Nightmare on Elm Street box set. And if they did that, they would sell amazing. Same with if they did a box set, because you were mentioning a box set for Hellraiser. Because they so many times have released Hellraiser 1 through 3, but they've never done collections of all of them. So I would love to have a box set of all the Hellraiser movies together. Yes, my Walmart had The Omen and The Fly collection, $40 a piece. Yeah, those are not bad prices for those. Make a video telling us about every movie you were in. I've done that before. I went through them and like kind of showed them and everything like that. I think I just called it like the films I've acted in. I did it probably like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I think. Um, the worst superhero movie of all time. I don't know. Maybe like one of those like a lot of people didn't like Catwoman, but I can't say that because I never watched that. Um, so I don't know for sure. And I see a $2 super chat here from CAWWE 12W. So it's CAWWE 12W. And thanks so much for the super chat donation. Like I said, guys, thanks again for the super chats. I really appreciate them, and they're a big help to the channel and the video. So I appreciate them very much. And they said, "Did you pre-order the PS5 or Xbox Series X?" No, I have not pre-ordered them. Between the systems, I've never really played Xbox. I've never had an Xbox. I've only ever had PlayStation when it comes to the newer systems. So I probably wouldn't get the Xbox one. I probably would get the PS5. But down the line, like I won't do it right away. I did see too that they're doing like some Blu-rays. I don't know if you guys have seen them that say like Xbox, no, sorry, PS5 like Essentials. They're putting them on some 4K Blu-rays. I don't know if any of you guys saw those pictures. Um, what is the best? Let's see, that's pretty cool. Sean, I want to make a Michael Myers fan film. I want you to be in it. How can I make it happen? Well, you can just message me about all the stuff on Facebook or Instagram. Has there ever been a horror movie that left you completely satisfied with what happened to the main character? Um, I don't know. Like you could say stuff like Motel Hell or something like you were really happy with how things went, or like the end of Day of the Dead and things like that. Because Day of the Dead was like leading up to something, so you were kind of happy that it went the way it did. Happy Halloween. I'm watching Halloween Michael Myers marathon. Oh, that's very cool. Taming the T-Rex and Adventure in Dinosaur City. Finally, both from my childhood. P.S. I love your videos. Yeah, Taming the T-Rex is great. Have you watched the R-rated version of it that Vinegar Syndrome put out? And Adventures in Dinosaur City. That's a really underrated one. You never hear anyone talk about. I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch every video, but I want to. But I've been on and off for the past 12 years, and one thing I always respect about your channel is that you're one of the only people that I don't see what else, he didn't say that, so I don't know what he was saying that was. Do you prefer OG or new all that? I don't mind the new all that, but I love the original one because that was the one I watched as a kid. But I do enjoy though that they get people like Keenan and stuff, and now Keenan did a little thing, but Kel is coming back a lot as good, as Ed from Good Burger, and I don't know, I just like that you're seeing people from the original ones coming back as well. Um, see, make sure I don't miss anything. What are you picking up this coming week? I think there's like a horror movie called like Christmas Seasons or something like that. Let me look on the Blu-ray.com. I think there was a couple things this week. I did get to review. I got Game of Thrones, so that's a really cool. The Game of Thrones like complete series, which is really cool. So I'll be showing a look at that one, and that one comes out. And I also got Annabellum, which I really liked. And it's not gonna be a movie that everybody likes, but I remember like it really it's an interesting movie. I would definitely recommend that, even though the reviews of it are mixed. But other than that, though, like this week, I think there was some horror movies coming out too. I think there was. I ordered the one movie, Let's Scare Julie. I ordered that one already, so I have that one coming in the mail. But I don't know if there's too much else like indie horror this week or not. Well, I'll definitely have to see on Tuesday. Like I said, I don't 100% know for sure on that one. Let's see. Thoughts on Do you prefer thoughts on Doom? I never watched Doom, the movie with The Rock. I should have. Um, what would you advice be for someone who'd like to try small acting and be in different areas? Um, I mean, like, if you want to just start out, like, really like starting to get parts and stuff like that, so many of the projects have those perks where you can get acting roles and stuff in the movies, and it's not, I mean, if you have the money to do it, it's not a bad way to start out, to just kind of get your, because like you can, a lot of them too have perks where you can act with the name actors in it and have a scene with them, so it's a cool way to kind of start out. But also, I would just recommend checking on like places like Now Casting and Backstage and all those kind of things. Those are really good to look at. Actors Access, and just check Indiegogo and stuff too. And if you see a movie that's like they're promoting on Indiegogo, you can contact the director and see if they're casting and all that kind of stuff. Um, how he has stayed true to what you love, no drama and no fake personas. Fake personas, I think you mean. Southland Tales comes to Blu-ray. Yeah, I saw that one was releasing. Thanks for answering my question about MJ. It sucks. No, I know. I hopefully one day we'll see him again. What was your least favorite American Pie movie? I don't know what was the least favorite one out of like the original series. Maybe like American Reunion was the least favorite one, or no, maybe the second one. I think that one I kind of didn't like because a lot of couple of the actors were not in that one. 2012 coming to 4K this January. No, I've seen that was coming out. Um, watch the new Craft. I haven't watched the new Craft. No, there's going to be a Black Friday. From what I heard, is it happening 3 times? Yes, it's different kind of Black Friday, I think. What was the favorite movie that you worked on so far? Well, I always would say Haunted High, the sci-fi one, but I also really liked most recently the Butcher's Bluff movie. That was really cool. I really like working with L.C. Holt. He's the one who's like the lamb killer in You're Next, and and all of our scenes were together, and he was very cool to work with. So that was probably one of the ones I liked a lot recently. So those are probably some of the ones, and then the new one I just did for the Asylum though was pretty cool because I was really glad to get to work with the Asylum again because I only did the one movie, The Whaley House, with them, and then I worked with them again in June on that Astronageddon movie. So that was really cool to do. I'm not sure if I'll work with them again. I never know, but I just was lucky to have gotten like into that one. I'm scared if they make a Good Burger 2 because it looks like Kel can do the Ed voice anymore. Well, he does it. It's just a little differently. When you get older, it's harder to do certain voices, especially like more high pitch kind of voices. Thoughts on the Hellraiser series? I love those films. I know it's like kind of like some people really like them, or some people really don't, or some people are getting really creeped out by them. Look at the people trying to get out of Paris, fearing another lockdown. No, I didn't know. I know in Europe there's a lot of more cases and stuff. Favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie? I would say part two, because I love Chop Top in there. Thoughts on Ghostbusters Afterlife? I have a fan page and have been a big fan of yours for 10 years now. I can send you a patch and a letter. Don't know if you usually accept fan mail. No, I'm really looking forward to the new movie. But I don't have a public like a PO box anymore. Maybe sometime down the line. Thoughts on Brain Damage? Is that, Dead Alive, or is that a different one? But if you mean Dead Alive, that's a great, super gory movie. Prince of Darkness, thoughts on Prince of Darkness? I love that movie. I really love Alice Cooper in there because you only see him in a couple scenes, but I really like that one. Can you name a Blu-ray box set that you regret not getting because it's out of print now? I'm trying to think of one that I didn't get. I wish I would have gotten the Halloween set, like the big collection set. That's one of the ones because I have the smaller one. I wish I got the bigger one. I got the Terror Train pieces slasher movie on Blu-ray. Bought them on eBay. I just can't find those at Walmart or Best Buy. Too gory. Yeah, like those are kind of things though. Yeah, you would never see really in Walmart, especially like. But you are seeing nowadays though, which is cool. A lot more Scream Factory, Shout Factory releases at Best Buy because like they had them in the past like every so often, but now it seems like more often they're getting them. What is your favorite and least favorite Adam Sandler movie? Favorite is definitely Billy Madison. That's the one I've always liked. Maybe Spanglish was the one that I didn't like too much. Are You Getting Twins? Yeah, I have that one ordered. Have you listened to Rob Zombie's new song that came out? No, I have not heard that one yet. Did you ever see Darkness Falls and wonder why it not got a Blu-ray release? Yeah, I remember that. I remember too the movie originally, if anybody remembers, when it originally had the trailer out for it. It was called The Tooth Fairy, and then they like pulled the movie, and then they ended up changing its name. But I always remember that seeing the original trailer when it was going to be rated R and was called Tooth Fairy. All that or SNL. Um, well, I don't know because I mean I grew up watching All That, so I probably would say All That. Which horror franchise or movie franchise in general do you want its story to end? I felt like Return of the Jedi is a true ending. Like certain things, every time you think it's like the true ending, like you might think the new Tremors movie is going to be like the true ending of the series for one reason or another if you watch it, but you never really know. You know what I mean? Like there's always ways for things to come back and to continue on. So I don't know what I would like to see end. Like I think I was happy at the time when Saw ended because I felt like it was like that they did enough of them. But now I'd kind of like to see more of the original series of Saw. Same with something like Wrong Turn. You kind of think you're done with them, but then you're like, oh, I kind of like to watch them again. I recently watched Three from Hell, wondering what you thought about it. Yeah, some people didn't like it, but I liked it a lot though. I'm really missing out by not going 4K on some movies. Am I really missing out? Well, it depends. Some movies I feel like look a lot better than others on 4K. Is Blood Beast an indie horror movie? And pretty much everything I do is indie. I mean, like anything that's like under $1 million is indie. And nowadays, there's like no theatrical at the moment, really. So kind of everything is kind of on the same like level and all that kind of stuff. At least at the moment. Which I mean, for me, I don't mind because it's like I've been really lucky to get to do a lot of these things lately. And I see somebody else got the Blu-ray for Blood Beast. So thanks so much because there's only now one left for the own the Blu-ray for the today only price. If any of you guys want to get Blood Beast, like I said, I have a link below for that one. That's the one that I'm going to be in, which has stars Lou Temple, Dave Sheridan, and of course Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Should be a cool one. Like I said, there's also some limited signed copies as well. And it looks like the one Blu-ray sold out to the signed one. But like I said, it's a today only price on that one going on right now. Um, I like the new Afraid of the Dark, but the old is still amazing. No, the new one was cool, but like the original was so good though. That was the second part to the comment I said earlier. Watching your channel on and off for 12 years. Okay, cool. Thoughts on Blood Diner? That's one of those ones that I kind of like and then I kind of don't like watching that much for some reason. I don't know why. I watched Hitcher tonight. Have you watched that? Yeah, Hitcher is great. The remake was also okay as well. Can you do another 80s horror review? At some point, I will. I'm a little bit busier now at the moment. Like I was kind of like I had a lot more time at one point. So now, anytime I don't have a lot of time, I have to just kind of catch up on things to review and everything. What I was trying to say is I've always respected your channel because you've been drama free and never put a front on or fake persona like a lot of YouTubers. No, I'm pretty much like me. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like they said in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's like what you see is what you get. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty much just how I am. I'm weird and strange, and I'm just how I am. You know what I mean? What's your opinion on the Indonesian horror film Satan Slaves? I thought that was actually pretty cool. I'm watching Craft Legacy later tonight. Yeah, I definitely will watch it though. Have you seen the movie Very Bad Things with Christian Slater? That's a great movie. That's like totally my kind of humor. Some people really don't like that kind of stuff, like dark comedies and stuff like that. I love that kind of stuff, like mean spirited sometimes. Sometimes you just want to watch those kind of things. And Very Bad Things is definitely a mean spirited, mean movie, but it's a great movie though. What's your favorite Good Burger scenes? Probably honestly the one when they go to the nut house. Like that's my favorite stuff. Who would be your dream actor or actress to work with? When it comes to like the horror world, I would love to work with Danielle Harris. Like that's somebody that I would love to work with. I really wanted to work with Scout Taylor Compton, and I almost did on a project, but then all these things happened with it. But I would probably would have been doing that about a week ago if that happened, but that this didn't work out. But Daniel Harris is definitely somebody I would like to work with. Bill Moseley is another person that I would love to do something with. Hey Sean, did you pick up Eli Roth's Haunt Blu-ray? Yeah, I did. I ordered that one. Also, if offered, would you accept a role in Victor Salva's movie, or would you decline on principle? Yeah, I don't know what I would do. You know what I mean? Like with that. Like if he asks about like Jeepers Creepers 4 or something like that. I really don't know. I really don't know. Wish they continue Nightmare on Elm Street. I'd like the new. I didn't like the new one as much as the old, but I wish they'd reboot it again. I could see them doing it again. I wish Trick or Treat with Ozzy Osbourne would come to Blu-ray. Well, I have the German Blu-ray of it. I believe it's region free. I believe so. Are you selling any horror movies? No, I don't sell anything directly myself, but like most of the stuff that I'm in, you can get on Amazon and stuff like that. Thoughts on Ghost Ship? Ghost Ship is one of those movies where it had an amazing opening, but then other than that, that was kind of it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't like too much of it besides the first like 10 minutes. But it still was watchable though. I just bought Dog Soldiers on Blu-ray. Did you like the movie? Yeah, Dog Soldiers is a really great, werewolf film. Our stores are really sucking selection wise. I think when more stuff starts to release, it'll be better. And some WalMarts just do such an awful job with stocking. You know what I mean? Like they just do so bad. So it sucks because it hurts because people, when you look online, you do store locator, you see it says this movie's available, but then they never put it on the shelf. So that don't think that Walmart stopped carrying certain things. It's just these Walmart certain ones are just doing so incredibly bad with stocking, is what's going on. Which movie is scarier in your opinion, The Conjuring or Hereditary? I think The Conjuring. Sean, do you watch the new movies Don't Sleep in the Woods? I don't know that one. Have you seen The Car from 1977? Yeah, The Car is a great killer car movie. Thoughts on American Werewolf in London? That's a great movie. Do you still own those Donna Murph shows on VHS? I never had made them on VHS. I don't think I ever put anything Donna Murph on VHS. I think I only ever did them on like burn on demand DVDs and stuff. Do you want to see Free Guy with Ron Reynolds? No, that one looks cool. That's one of the ones I really want to see. I'm going to the store today. What horror movie do you think I should check out? With what's new? I don't know what's like brand new right now to say to get. If you haven't gotten Spree, that was really good. The Owners was really good with Maisie Williams. That was one I would say to get. Did you see the new teaser for Afraid of the Dark season 2? No, I have not seen that one yet. Did you get the movie Danny Deck Chair? Is a great movie. I think I remember that one. Hey Sean, I watched it you from at least 2012 onwards. Well, thanks so much for watching for so long. Do you remember Lust for Dracula and Satan's School for Lust? From Misty Monday. Yeah, I saw those back in the day. Um, do indie movies have more freedom on content than Hollywood movie? For the most part, because a lot of times it's like it's not as much controlled by the system and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's I think so. How can I coupe the new movie you're going to be in? How much is the special? I'm ready to purchase it. Well, just go to I have a link for that one. I'll post the link for it now here too for the Blood Beast one. Um, and I just posted the link now for that one, but it's like I said, it's like a day one only perk on that one. For there's one left right now. I don't know if they're gonna add more for this day one perk or not. I don't know if they will. I know they have the general ones available as well, like a signed DVD and stuff like that. But like I said, I just posted the link for that one. If you were interested in that, though, have you seen The Killing Jar? I've seen the poster for that. I never saw that. Thoughts on Maximum Overdrive? That's a great killer car movie. Um, Thoughts on Flatliners? The remake I didn't love, but I love the original though. Have you seen Hansel and Gretel? I'm watching it tonight. Do you mean Gretel and Hansel? That one? That was really good. Thoughts on the two Corys with Corey Haim and Corey Feldman? That I watched that back in the day all the time. The CGI wasn't too bad in the new Craft movie. I'm worried. I guess I haven't looked at anything for the new Craft movie, so I don't know. The best video of yours was the time you were driving with your friend to Nevada to Las Vegas by car. The journey was long. No, yeah, that was definitely a long drive. Hey, Sean, it's Halloween right now in Australia. Well, happy Halloween. Great channel, man. Well, thanks so much, Ben. What education do you have? I would be interested to know. Well, I took some classes after high school. I went to Essex Community College of Greater Baltimore County, and I did a couple classes, but that really wasn't my thing. I ended up wanting to make these little weird little short films with the kids in the school. Then I just wasn't inspired at all to do that because they made me take all these remedial classes like English and stuff that I didn't care at all about. So then I ended up going to Sheffield Institute to recording for the recording arts, what was like a film program thing. So that was like a year program. It was about shooting and editing and all that stuff. So that I did that one. But for like acting and stuff, you really don't need. I mean, you can take acting classes, but you don't really need like to go to a physical school for that kind of stuff. Um, let's see. Thoughts on the Night Flyer? Oh, that's a great movie. I wish that would come to Blu-ray. Do you ever sell on eBay Blu-rays or DVDs? No, I never sell anything. What's your thoughts on the trauma film Dark Side of Midnight and Nightmare Weekend? I don't think I've seen either of those ones. Have you seen Duets? I'm sorry, Candy, but I'm going to pack of smokes. Duets? No, I don't know that one. I thought your name was Chauncey for months because you talk so fast. Thanks so much for all you do. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I talk so fast sometimes. I just sort of like the way I am. Thoughts on Laid to Rest? That's a cool movie. I actually got to see a premiere of that one in Baltimore. And I even have a video up of that. If you want to see it, just search Laid to Rest on the channel. Um, let's see, where was I now? So I don't miss any of these. Thoughts on the new Kids on the Block and 98 Degrees? I never listened to 98 Degrees much. I knew Kids on the Block a little bit. I was more like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC if I listened to them, mainly Backstreet Boys. Um, have you seen the new Craft movie? No, I have not watched that. Sean, how are the stab effects pulled off in movies? So it's basically like the knife is usually retractable, so it just kind of goes in, or they make a fake thing and stuff like that. If you really want to watch a horror movie, watch the one called Panterosa, released in 2011. Can be difficult to get a copy in the United States. Yeah, I don't know that one. Did you get Killdozer last weekend? No, I didn't get that one. I looked for that when I was at some of the video stores out in Texas. Did you see Muriel's Wedding? I believe I reviewed that one. When was the last time you watched Nickelodeon? Whenever the last episode of the newest season of All That was. I think that's I don't think there's been any new ones in a while, but that was the last time. I would say bring back Massive Horror series back. They had John Carpenter, Dario Argento, the guy from Phantasm. No, that was a cool series, and I liked how each one was a different episode. I liked that kind of thing. It was a different story each time. New to get well, kind of new. Haunt is a must. I'm watching Halloween for Halloween. Do you really like Jay-Z and Steve Wonder? I listen to Jay-Z some. I don't know Steve Wonder though. Thanks for the link. Going to purchase it now. Thank you. Noah, thanks so much for the support. And like I said, guys, thanks again for the support on the projects and everything. I really, like I said, I appreciate that very much. Hey, Sean, what would be the best advice for fitness workout consistency? Well, it's kind of about just finding a pattern to it. Like with me, it was going to the gym 3 times a week. So you kind of just like, once you kind of get in a habit of doing things, I find it's a lot easier. At least that's the way I feel. Did you watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles ever on Thanksgiving? I don't know if I did. I think I watch Dutch sometimes for Thanksgiving time as well. I didn't know there was a remake to Flatliners. Yeah, it kind of came out. It has Ellen Page in it and Nina Dobrev. It was okay. I mean, it's like nothing great though. Have you heard the news about Tiny Toons? Yeah, I saw the Andre the Black Nerd. I saw him talking about that. Thoughts on Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter? That was a very cool movie. If you really want to watch, I talked about that. Are you excited? The Stand in Drew Barrymore movie? Yeah, that looked pretty interesting. The new one with Drew Barrymore. I plan to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles on Thanksgiving. Thanks, Sean. I may check out the others. Did you listen to Smashing Pumpkins and Backstreet Boys? Yeah, I listened to both of them. I also liked the Smashing Pumpkins like solo band Zwan, I believe, because they did the music in the movie Spun. Glad you're back to doing lives. You done filming this year? No, not this year. I'm like nowhere near done for filming because this next Saturday is I filmed the Alien Vampire Busters. I was going to be doing Clown Motel 2, but then they pushed that till like next spring. But there, I think some Dustin Ferguson stuff is this month as well. And then next month is Axe to Grind 2. And I believe the movie Seasons, I believe that's going to be shooting then. So I have a couple other things this year too. Um, hey Sean, I may check out the, let's see. Hey Sean, do you walk 10 miles every day? No, if I did every day, I think I'd be like in the hospital. I do it 3 times a week. Are you dressing up for Halloween? If so, what do you dress up as? No, I'm not dressing up for anything. Um, I've never really done too much of that. Let's see. There will be a character though that you saw in the past, kind of coming back in a weird way. Let's see. But not for this, but for Alien Vampire Busters. So I'm curious, did you get COVID tested before you film your movie scenes or no? I had to do that for the movie for the Asylum. I had to have the test results before I did that. But I haven't had to for any of the other things I've done though. You got a storage unit full of movies? No, I have stuff in my house in storage in some boxes, but I don't have a storage unit though. Anything new with the family? No, everyone's doing good. I just watched Demons and Demons 2. Those are great movies. How did you film your death scene in President's Day? Yeah, those are just like fake arms that they made that they just put the axe into. Would you ever do a topless scene in a movie? I've had my shirt off in movies. I did in Ghost Shark and all that kind of stuff. Amazon Prime added Hell House LOC Director's Cut. Did you really want to watch the 300 and Chaos Tom Holland movie? I don't know that one. I think they're filming the new All That again. I hope so. I know things are starting to come back again to shooting. Thoughts on The Brood? That's a very cool movie. Thoughts on Sydney White? I like that movie. I have always been a fan of Anna Bynes, so I pretty much like all of her stuff. Big Fat Liar, that was my favorite of her stuff, though. Did you watch The Spell? I never watched that. Thoughts on Scanners? Scanners is a very creepy movie, especially like the head exploding thing. Do you have a favorite Pauly Shore movie? Did you watch The Guest House? Yeah, I watched The Guest House last night. I'll talk about that on Tuesday. But I really liked The Guest House. It was totally, I wish I would have been involved in that movie though, because I didn't even know until I saw the trailer that I know the director of that movie, Sam Macaroni. I used to talk to him all the time. So I even saw a couple spots. I'm like, oh, I could have been that party thing. I could have been the mover. I don't know. I definitely want to work with Sam Macaroni now that he's doing stuff again, like films again, because I liked his stuff. He's very cool, and I liked this movie. I thought it was very good. I have to hear about The Woman in the Window. Might be to skip movie theaters and find a new release date. Yeah, that looked good though. The Woman in the Window trailer though. Would you ever do? Did you see The Cachet and Irish Jam with Eddie Murphy? I don't know. Um, do you have a favorite Pauly Shore movie? When it comes to Pauly Shore movies, though, I would say Son-in-Law and then Biodome. Let's see. Will you update us on the projects? I wish you would have known about Christmas Slasher. I hope it gets done. No, Christmas Slasher, that's definitely happening. That's going to be in March, and the end of February, early March. But no, I know I tried my best to like update you guys on all the stuff anytime that there's anything. I don't always shoot vlogs on set anymore because sometimes they don't want that. It all kind of depends on the films, and sometimes they like that, sometimes they don't. You know what I mean? So you never really know. Like I didn't do any vlogs on set for Crave though, because I didn't know if they wanted any of that. But like I try my best to keep you guys updated on all those kind of things. Um, let's see. Um, Thoughts on Black Beauty from 1994? I don't know if I like that one too much. Is Stormy Daniels appear in the movie? Uh, I don't know the details of what Stormy Daniels. I know Stormy Daniels is one of the main characters though. Opinions on the Incredible Burt Wonderstone? I like that movie because I love things. I always love Vegas, so I always liked anything that does with Vegas. Do you have a favorite scene in President's Day? The film in President's Day? Um, Probably the first thing I did with Ruby LaRocca, because I was always a fan of hers. So that was really cool to get to work with her on that. Thoughts on Children of the Corn? Those are great. I love that series of movies. Do you still have Alvin the Chipmunks rock toy? I believe I do in storage somewhere. What was your favorite Halloween costume you dressed up as ever? Probably like I had this fat Elvis costume. So that was probably one of the ones. You know they're bringing back Tiny Toon Adventures reboots. Why do I feel like they have gone to Tiny Toon's Adventures grave to revive it from the dead? I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of cool that it's coming back again. Thoughts on Tales from the Hood? That's probably my top favorite anthology horror movie. I just reviewed Impact Event starring Michael Berryman. Were you asked to play in that movie? No, not that particular movie. I have talked to that director though about projects and stuff like that. So it's official Halloween. Halloween. What is it going to take for you to do the rest of the stream with a mask on or something? I don't know. I don't have any mask like right near me or anything like that. Did you hear Zoe 101 is coming back? You know, I heard that was coming back. Did you play Don't Wake Daddy and Monster as a kid? I never played Don't Wake Daddy. I remember seeing all those ads for that, but I never ever played that though. Let's see, do you have Quive? I don't know what that is. No, QLD, isn't that like a TV? A QLD TV? I don't think I do. Have you seen the Japanese horror comedy House? Yeah, that's a movie that people have talked to me forever. I've never watched that one. Thoughts on Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke? I always loved the Cheech and Chong movies. Duet has Paul Giamatti, Gwyneth Paltrow, Huey Lewis. You should check it out. Yeah, I've not seen that movie. Do you like Justin Timberlake's solo work? No, his stuff is pretty good. Jennifer Amanda Bynes was hot, still kind of is. No, I always liked Amanda Bynes. Thoughts on Embrace the Vampire and West Wing? I've never watched the original Embrace the Vampire. I've seen the remake though, and I like that. The main actress in that, I remember I met her because she was in Adam Rifkin's show Look. Are you going to do anything for Halloween today? No, I don't think so. Do you probably just watch stuff I have to watch? Do you really like the TV show Firefly and Felicity? I never watched a single episode of either of those, so I don't know. Did you film at a real school for President's Day? Yeah, that was a real. I think it was like a school that was like closed for the summer, but then it ended up closing down. Thoughts on Thinner? Yeah, Thinner is a great movie about this guy. He got a curse on him, so he kept losing weight. So I always liked that movie. Thoughts on the animated series Mighty Max and the Fish Police? I never watched those in my life. Can you make an entire toy collection and storage video maybe one day? At some point, not right now. I've been having all sorts of like back and stuff problems, so I don't want to be lifting a whole lot or anything like that right now. I think kind of like too. I kind of like every time I go to a hotel, sometimes I'm used to sleep on a bed that kind of has like an incline on it that can kind of go up and down. When I sleep like directly flat, it always gives me all sorts of weird problems. Do you miss 2D animation? No, I always loved 2D animation. Have you watched Brain Scan? Yeah, Brain Scan with Eddie Furlong. That's a great movie. Have you ever worked with Misty Monday? She was cool in the early 2000s. No, I never did. Never worked with her. Did you hear about the Resident Evil movies getting a 4K box set? I did hear that. That's a cool set I saw that they're putting out. Boxes or briefs? Kind of, sometimes you switch between both of them. You know what I mean? Kind of always kind of change it up. Sean, if you have not, did you see the movie The Call starring Lin Shaye and Tobin Bell? I saw the trailer for that. I need to watch that though. Did you watch Tucker and Dale versus the Book of Evil? I'm pretty sure I watched that one. Did you enjoy Get Carter with Sylvester Stallone? I never watched that one. Did you hear about the creepy Dan Snyder feet memes? No, I don't know that. Hey, coolduder, are you going to be like, why do I feel like Disney's adding too many girls on DuckTales reboot, or is the new episode on Disney X? DuckTales reboot? I think I've seen some of those on TV. How many movies do you watch a day to review? It always depends. Like usually I watch like one or two things. Like tonight I think I have Teacher Shorts I'm gonna watch. There's a movie called Spontaneous I got a DVD of today. I don't know if I'm gonna have that review this Tuesday though, because I have a bunch of other things. But I'm gonna look at some of the Game of Thrones 4Ks. So it always kind of depends. And I'm finally getting caught up with the questions. And I'll be on here, guys, for probably like an hour and a half or so, maybe 2 hours. It always just kind of depends. So if any of you guys have any questions, like I said, feel free to ask anything you guys would like. If you guys have any super chat questions, like I said, for super chats, you can ask anything, any weird questions or requests. And like I said, I always appreciate the super chats. They're a big help to the channel and the video, so I appreciate them very much. And any of you guys who have just come on now too, definitely check out the link for Blood Beast, the new horror film that I'm going to be acting in. This is one I'm really excited about it. It stars Dave Sheridan from Scary Movie, who's best known for playing Officer Doofy, Lou Temple from The Devil's Rejects, Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp. Like I said, I have a link below for that one if you guys want to check that out. Did you want to see another Monster Hunter with Paul Thomas Anderson? Now that one looks pretty good. Are your Boxer Briefs black as well? I believe so. Have you ever been to Mandalay Bay in Vegas? I have. I go there. I've never stayed there, but I always walk when I go to Vegas. I like to walk between the casinos. You can walk between the Excalibur, then it goes between from the Excalibur to the Luxor to Mandalay Bay, and all the casinos connect. So I kind of do laps. So I kind of walk up and back like probably 3 times. I don't know. I love doing that walk. So I always go through Mandalay Bay and walk all the way to the end, back to where the aquarium is, and then walk all the way back. What's the best Thanksgiving movies? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Dutch. Those are the ones I always think of. The new Scream movie. I hope it's good. I hope so as well. Thoughts on Grindhouse? Those are great films. I remember seeing them in theaters, and then people got really confused about it, and like they got up and left before when it was like the intermission. They didn't realize there was another movie, so I remember some people left. Do you watch a lot of Christmas movies in December? Usually, I watch like this, like the main ones I would watch are like Home Alone, Home Alone 2, Jingle All the Way. Did you see the TV show Dark Room? I've not seen that one. What is beyond that door? Oh, that's just like out to the house. Have you seen any of these movies? Dolls, Ice Cream Man, Brahms, The Grudge, Fantasy Island, Red on Hansel. Yeah, American Psycho, Phantasm, The Prowler. Yeah, I've seen every single one of those ones. Um, why do you get questions about porn and stuff like that? It's weird. I don't know. Some people like to ask weird questions. You're a fan of the Holston Show? Holston Show. I watched a couple episodes up to that. Have you ever met David Cronenberg? No, I never have. What is your dream job besides being an actor? I don't think there's anything else I care about doing. Like I like to probably would like to do more directing stuff too, because I've only made a couple short things. But other than that, though, that's really what I like to do. I mean, like I have more fun doing the acting than I do in anything else I do in my life. Are you doing a Black Friday out and about this year? Well, if there's anything open to show, I will, but I really don't know. Would you ever act in porn? No. I ended up in one by mistake once, unknowingly, from this like the second movie I ever did. I'm not going to say what it's called, but me and MJ both ended up in it in 2008. It was a total like conundrum thing that we ended up in it. We didn't know that's what it was. Have you ever met Robert Rodriguez? No, I never have. The best Hallmark Channel movie? Well, the one I think of is the one with Rosie O'Donnell. Thoughts on just Gypsy 83? Gypsy 83 was very good. Let's see. Have you been kicked out of any stores while filming your videos? Just wondering. Never been kicked out. I got yelled at in a Walmart once years ago when Jurassic World came out, and I was showing the tin. Other than that, though, nobody cares. You know what I mean? Because I just that's why I never like to go out on a Tuesday with anyone besides by myself, because then I don't draw much attention to myself. I don't, and no one really gives a shit. They don't really say anything. Well, can I tell coolduder whenever he tries to see if there's anything great on TV, like movies or cartoons, all he can find is good, only airs on TV networks? I don't know what you mean. I feel like this new reboots coming out or being rushed story-wise. Well, sometimes I do think that reboots sometimes can get rushed a little bit. Have you been to the restaurant Mr. Winner Chicken? Mr. Winner Chicken? No, I don't know that. I feel like it should be called Mr. Wiener's Chicken. Sean, what do you consider the best movie of all time? I don't know. Probably like to me, it's because I love it so much. Is Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Any news from David Sterling? Well, he's selling now The Occultist 1 and 2. He has like a box set of those ones. I would show them on video, but the covers are too gory, so there's no way I can really show them. But he is selling those ones now. Jingle All the Way is a classic underrated comedy. No, I agree. I love that movie. If you could make Halloween 5 better, what would you do? I don't know. Do you still have any DVD from Tartan Extreme? I have a couple ones. Do you dislike IRS workers? I don't have any real problem with them. Have you met Jackie Chan? No, I've never met Jackie Chan. Porno, haha, better stay away. You still watch horror film Freaky Booty Swamp? Vince Vaughn? I don't know. As a huge movie buff, if you haven't been in a while in the U.S., where would you go? I'm considering going to Cannon Beach after COVID. I haven't been movie buff. If you haven't been in a while in the U.S., where would you like to go? Well, in the U.S., maybe sometime back to Florida again at some point. That's good to cool to know you're a sincere and cool person. Um, let's see why. Well, that particular person, Thanos, I'm not saying anything about anymore. That's why Quarter decided to get more VHS and DVDs and Blu-rays. Um, Also, did you vote yet? Yeah, I don't talk about the voting stuff like that. I think that everyone's just kind of hoping we get a nice change the next with this election. I think that a lot of people are hoping that. Um, Also, have you ever considered, have you been to the UK, and what's your favorite UK based film? Now, I want to go to the UK really bad. Like the UK, that's one thing I definitely want to do. I miss when you and Danny make videos together. I'm sure we will at some point. There isn't a lot of these video places open right now. Have you seen Canon Films The Emperor's New Clothes? Yeah, I think so. That was the one I remember seeing the trailer to on like the Hansel and Gretel one, and I always kind of felt like I didn't want to watch it. So I never know if I did or not. Are you looking forward to the Home Alone remake? I'm definitely going to watch it though. What thoughts on Carrie? I like all of them. I like the original. I like the TV remake with Angela Bates, and then I like the the newest one with Chloe Grace. What's your thoughts on on Batman: Death in the Family? Was that the one where it was like Choose Your Adventure one? Have you seen the new movie Freaky? That's not out yet though. I tried to. Um, do you watch Come Play with Me horror film? Come Play horror film? I don't think I've seen that. I keep hearing MJ, who's hit this guy? Just look up Around the Town, the early ones from like 2008 to 2010, and then you'll see MJ. Can't wait for the Blu-ray you've accepted. Ask me about my wiener. I know. I'm glad that's finally coming out. How did you meet Adam the Woo? He had just watched my videos, and we kind of talked some online. Then we met up at a convention. Um, what's your favorite Reanimator film? I like the first one, and I also really like the one in prison. Any good movies about New Year's besides New Year's Eve? And Are We There Yet? About New Year's? I don't know. In the comments below, guys, let some some New Year's movies. Why don't you have the who you voted for? Just wondering if you voted. No, I know. No, I guess I just don't talk about all that kind of stuff because then I'll go like on a rant about that particular person that I don't want to see anymore. Um, so I just say nothing. Thoughts on the Amityville Horror? Those are cool films. Lords of Salem. I really like that movie. I know some people didn't though, but I really like that one. So I'm finally getting caught up with these questions. So someone says, "Yeah, Batman: Death in the Family is the interactive one." I thought that was cool that they did because I always like those kind of interactive, kind of choose your own adventure things. So I thought it was kind of cool that they went in that direction, with it and everything. Let's see. Um, did you see Novocaine with Steve Martin? Yeah, Novocaine with Steve Martin was a very cool movie. A lot of people forgot about that movie. That's like one of those things you hear everyone talk about and then kind of like vanished, and then you don't hear about it at all. I feel sorry for television since there is no Telethon Retro or Disney. Have you ever filmed a movie in South Carolina? No, I've never been to South Carolina. Hopefully. Um, do you think The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? I think it's kind of one of those ones that I see it more as a Halloween movie, but I think you could kind of see it in each ways. You know, Sean hates that person confirmed. Well, sort of, yes. I didn't used to. I used to watch that person's show all the time, but then he just says all these bad things about that I just don't like. Mean things about people and hating people. I don't know that kind of stuff. I don't have any tolerance for that kind of crap. Um, so it's like enough of them. Let's just get rid of that person. That's enough of it. Thoughts on the Gilmore Girls? I never watched an episode of that in my life. Like I never saw a single solid episode of the Gilmore Girls. Have you been to Scream House? I don't know what that is. Have you seen Critters? Yeah, those are a great series of movies. Thoughts on Neon Maniacs? I love that. That's a weird movie. I think it'd be awesome if David Sterling would direct Halloween film or Friday the 13th film. That'd be kind of cool if he did something like that. So if you were cast in a porn flick by mistake, I watch porn honestly, I would wonder who the porn girls were. Well, it wasn't exactly the one you're thinking of. It wasn't girls. It was a little different. Um, are people who like Grace Randolph weird? Grace Randolph? Was Grace Randolph, from the Review channel? Have you been to the Scream House? No. I love Quarter's content. Well, thanks so much. Did you hear about the Children of the Corn, the new Children of the Corn? Yeah, I saw a picture, but I don't know if there's a trailer out for it or not. Um, Thoughts on Pet Cemetery? I love those films. I didn't like the reboot that much. I thought it was okay. Do you like the video store Zia Records and Reanimated Records? I don't know Reanimated Records very well, but Zia Records, I always go to that in Vegas. I know there's other ones though, but that was the one I always, would go to the most. Um, can you do the voice impression you did in the last stream? No, I don't. I'm not doing anything involving that person anymore. Have you ever watched Dawson's Creek? Another one I never watched. Did you see the animated series Yo Yogi and Little Mermaid? I think I saw some of the Little Mermaid series. I feel the same about Trump. I call him Donald Duck. Fits him because he's a quack. That's what someone said. Do you ever talk to Chris Stuckman or John Flickster? I've talked to John Flickster some. Not too much Chris Stuckman, though. What's your favorite Halloween franchise film? Within the Halloween series, I always like the third one the best just because I like that the setting to it and the concept of it. I hate people posting politics here. Not cool. Like I said, I don't say anything about the politics because it's like, I don't know. You never like to do that kind of stuff. Are you a fan of the series The Munsters? Yeah, The Munsters is great. Like I love that. I love the Munsters Revenge movie that's in the Wax Museum. Amoeba Records in LA is closed. I know the new one is going to be opening up soon. I don't know for sure exactly when, but I've heard that it's supposed to be opening up at some point. Is the keto diet meant for weirdos? I don't know. It's a lot of meat. Is the meat the keto one? I think is a lot of meat, and I don't eat meat, so it doesn't really fit to me. So I wouldn't do that particular one. Politics are boring. Yeah, I mean, like it's nowadays all you hear about is politics and then the virus stuff. That's like all you hear about. So I don't really look at the news too much. I'm like just watch like fun TV shows and stuff like that. So you don't need to hear about it all the time. It's like there's nothing new to learn about it. It's just like the same old crap again and again and again and again. You know what I mean? It's like so you're not really getting too much out of it. Thoughts on the witches? I love the original movie, and I watched the new one on HBO Max, and I thought it was definitely worth watching. Thoughts on Grizzly Man? Yeah, Grizzly Man is a great movie. Do you like Sandwich? Yeah, Sandwich. No, I think everyone likes sandwiches. I think. Thoughts on shaving your head bald and going with no cap? I doubt it. Gary, I'm from France, and I know that I'm talking about. I hope he tells us how to save one day. But with the shaving your head thing, I can't do anything like that now for many reasons because of the stuff I'm shooting currently. And I'm also making a whole hell of a lot of jokes now about my bald head, like a lot. So just you guys wait. There is so many jokes about my head, and especially in the Alien Vampire Busters, I'm poking so much fun at myself that it's like insane in this one. Like it is some crazy, crazy stuff. Um, um, where is Mad TV season 5 to 15? I don't know. Um, did you buy Back to the Future 4K set? I do. I have that one. I got the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook one, and I got the one from Target that has the hoverboard with it. Hey, Quarter, are you worried about what's going to happen to you? I think everybody worries about what's going to happen to you in a way. I just bought the Blu-ray for the Mummy from 1959. Oh, that's very cool. What does your media library look like? Oh, I pretty much show it in my videos for the most part. Um, if you had to turn into an animal like the movie The Lobster, what animal would you choose? I don't know, maybe a dog. Um, Thanks, you just inspired me to look for Facebook for Halloween. I wish Who's the Boss complete series would come to DVD or Blu-ray. Yeah, there's so many shows where they not continue the series, like Malcolm in the Middle, Fantasy Island. There's all these ones like later seasons of Happy Days that have never gotten releases. The original It or Salem's Lot. I would say It. I missed you on live, brother. Are you still a fan of the TV show SCTV? Yeah, SCTV is a very fun show. Thoughts on The Watchmen? The movie, I've not watched any episodes of the show, though. Do you have any movie recommendations? Lately, the stuff I've watched was pretty good. I thought the Spree, if you guys have not seen that one, that was really good. And then the Owners was very good as well. What do you do with all the review copies you get? Surely you don't keep them all. I keep everything. I mean, you're not supposed to sell any of that stuff, so I keep every single thing I've got. I just put a lot of it in storage, but I keep everything. And certain things, though, if I know I'm not going to watch it a lot, I put them in the binders. I just keep the case, and then I take the disc, put it in the binder, and then I keep the artwork for it because I can't keep every case for certain things. Also, on after school specials, yeah, those I love those. I remember when those first came out, I was watching those things like crazy. Rent and taxes is boring. Have you watched the American Pie Girls Rule? Yeah, I really like that. I was very surprised with that one. You watched the show Gambit on Netflix? No, I've never seen that one. Are you a vegetarian? No, yes, I am a vegetarian. So I'm saying about Joe Biden. The thing is, Thanos, you could say it about everybody. I mean, like, especially who's in the White House currently. A lot of nonsensical bullshit with that guy, honestly. You're one of the best reviewers out there. Thanks for the info. And not even so much as that, not so much as the nonsensical business, more the hatred and the negativity and the meanness of what he says about people, I dislike immensely. And I think everybody does. I think everybody secretly dislikes him, but since he kind of puts the religion card out there a lot, people fall for it a lot. So that's honestly, vote for somebody other than that moron if we're going to get into it. You know what I mean? Like, other than that nitwit. Do you like creature feature or slasher films? I like slashers better, honestly. What's your favorite actor or actress you've met? Danny Trejo, I would say, is probably my like the coolest one. Have you been playing board games? 13 Dead End Drive-In? Board games? I never even heard of those as board games. Do you think the IRS is ruining my life? I don't know. I don't know if the IRS is giving you problems or not. When you take your hat off, you remind me of the immortal Hulk Hogan. I know. Thoughts on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Great movie. I can't wait to see the new show, though, Shrunk, when they do that. The real crooks, lying racist is the orange clown idiot in Washington right now. That's what I don't like, is the racist stuff and all that. That I don't have any patience for that business. Laugh, I laugh, nonsensical bullshit. That's hilarious and true. No, I know. It's like it's such a nonsensical, like, weird, like, just stupid stuff. You know what I mean? It's like a parody. You know what I mean? They don't even need to watch SNL. The parody is just just watching this discussions. You know what I mean? Like, and then people who fall for it all the time too. Stop the politics. Think for yourself. No, that's why I sort of just say, like, my opinion, like, a little bit. Was Bad Ronald After School Special? I don't think so. It was more of a TV movie of the week. So it was like, it felt sort of after school specially a little bit, though. Have you ever met Adam Sandler, aka the Sandman? No, I never have. I would love to meet him sometime. Have you ever met? Have you enjoy slasher film Michael Biehn, The Stalker? Oh yeah, The Stalker. That was a very cool movie. Thanos, you're right, Biden. The thing is, though, anyone's better than what we got. Do you think all three Spider-Mans will be in Spider-Man 3? That's what they're talking about. I'd love to see, especially Tobey Maguire, come back again. Right now, we forget to tell you who is running YouTube is Susan Wojcicki. Sean, you need to respect other people's. Yes, at the same time, though, I don't accept racism or any of that kind of business. And the person in there right now is doing way too much about that and way too much about not supporting women's rights. So, gotta go. I don't no time for that. Let's see. Have you met Mark Hamill? I've seen Mark Hamill. I saw him walking around and waved at him like years ago when he was promoting Sushi Girl, but I've never talked to him really. Brennan does not get into that person. I don't know what they do. I always liked John Carpenter's Vampires. I never seen Graveyard Shift. Was it worth watching? I just bought Graveyard Shift, the Blu-ray, when I was in Texas. I like Graveyard Shift. I think it's actually very good, very much worth watching. But I know it's not the greatest movie ever, though. But it's still very cool, though. Take a shot of whiskey every time they drop the F-bomb in Devil's Rejects. Have you met Mr. T? No, I've never met Mr. T. So you don't ask for steak or chicken? No, I'm vegetarian, so no, I don't. I just got Daughters of Darkness. Can't wait to see the transfer. Saving it for tomorrow night. Yeah, that's a great movie. I was really glad to see that came to 4K because it's one of those ones you just don't hear about much at all. Let's see. Damn, I've been banned those guys talking about politics. BS, we respect your channel. You're a cool guy, and I respect your live interactions. Well, thanks. I appreciate that very much. I went to the doctor to get my prostate checked. Something was in me, but the doctor's hands were in the air. Scary stuff. I don't know. Did you see the new trailer for Halloween Kills? I need to watch it. I have not seen that yet. What horror films are you looking forward to coming out in 2021 and 22? I don't even know because it's like so many things just keep getting the dates changed. I know Spiral is the one I really wanted to see though, and Antlers looked very interesting as well. I can't believe John Carpenter never makes remake of Creature from the Black Lagoon. You know, Trump is using the COVID who knows? Thoughts on My Bloody Valentine? The original one was great. The remake I thought was okay though. What's the top scary movie you've seen? Session 9 is the one that I always think of, but when it comes to newer movies, The Conjuring really creeped me out though. What's a good found footage movie? Um, like when it comes to one that they don't talk about as much as they should. Diary of the Dead, I really like. George Romero's, because you never hear about that as much as you should. Um, have you seen The Professor? No, I have not seen that. The trailer though looked really good. That's the one that it's David Cronenberg's son's film. Thoughts on Little Britain, USA, and the UK? I know those are not really considered PC anymore. Those shows, but I love them. I especially love Come Fly with Me as well. I can't wait for Becky to come to DVD next month here in Australia. Yeah, Becky was really good. I appreciate your opinion on politics situation. You handled it well here. Well, thanks so much. No, I know. Like some people, get into it in a certain way. I try and just say a little bit of stuff, without saying too much. But anyway, though, guys, I've been on here now a little over an hour and 10 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to go live tomorrow night or not. I might go. I know I'm going to go live Sunday night late, though, so I'll definitely be live Sunday. But if you guys haven't got a chance to, definitely check out the link, though, below for Blood Beast. This is like a movie I'm really excited about. Like I said, you guys can do the day one pre-order of the Blu-ray right now for that one. I don't know. Are there any more of those ones left? Yeah, so there still is some. I saw somebody else got the DVD perk of that as well, the signed perk as well. But definitely, like I said, check that one out. Like I said, anyway, though, guys, thanks so much for watching, subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.